Okay, perfect. All right, so we are speaking with Cecilia Gribben, is that correct?
Correct.
Of MNC Plaster Supplies.
Correct.
All right, Cecilia, just to establish some of the baseline, I guess, for the business. Okay, so the trading name is MNC Plaster Supplies. What is the trading address of the business, please?
400, it's the rear unit, 420 Dynon Road, West Melbourne.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and do you operate from any other locations?
No.
Okay. What are the trading days and hours of the business?
Monday to Friday, 6 till 4.
Mm-hmm.
And Saturdays normally 7 till 11. They've changed a bit during COVID, but we will go back to that obviously when we can.
Okay.
There you are.
Oh, you found me. There you go.
Well, there had to be a reason.
It does my head. Look, I consider myself to be technologically savvy, and it always does my head in. All right.
Yeah, no.
Okay, now tell me a little bit about the business. Let's start off with the history of the business. When was it originally established?
2008.
And was it by you, or was there a previous owner?
My husband, yes. My husband and myself.
You and your husband?
He's been in the plastering trade for 30 years. He had a previous business with a business partner, and then we set this one up.
Okay, and what was your motivation behind setting it up?
Originally, he was a manager at CSR, and this is going back 20 odd years. And there's a few independent operators, and he decided he could do it himself. Our mistake was going in with a business partner, and anyway, that didn't, after 10 years, I think it was, that didn't work out, didn't end well, and we separated and we started up again.
Okay. Tell me about the progression of the business. I mean, once you established it, how did you get the word out there? How did you start getting clients?
Oh, my husband had a history anyway, and because he was well known in the industry, a lot of customers followed him originally, but we've got a website, but a lot of our customers we just get because we provide good service. They stick with us, word of mouth. We sell, not just CSR or not just Boral, we have BGC too. So we have where the independents can carry a lot of products that maybe CSR will only sell their own, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so, yeah.
Okay. Well, tell me a little bit about the business. I mean, how would you summarize it to somebody like myself who's not from the plastering industry?
Well, if you're not from the plastering industry, you'd have to learn the products, but it's not a hard business to run. I mean, they basically run it with my husband runs it with 2 full-timers and 1 casual, and he's only there like Tuesdays and Thursdays. I do the bookwork. It can be really, really busy. You have to be organized. He just gets all the deliveries sorted out. Okay. So someone would have to be a good manager to manage it, but I wouldn't think that it's hard to learn how to, if you didn't know the product, you'd have to learn the product. That would be about it, I suppose.
All right. Well, speaking of the product, you mentioned a little bit about it a moment ago, about the fact that you carry different product ranges. Tell me a little bit about the product, what it is, what are your best sellers?
Well, plasterboard would be our best seller. So plasterboard, base, ceiling tiles, things like that. I mean, we carry a range of plastering tools, but I mean, the guys, once they buy them, they have them. So we mainly do commercial. So it's your 13 mil board, 10 mil is housing, 13 mil is commercial. you can buy from us Australia-wide. We can, you know, like if you're, and we have done it, we've delivered to even Fiji, you know, so the people have, you know, done a shipping container, we filled it, and they've organised all of the pickup, you know, like it was obviously not just plasterboard and that, but, you know, so, yeah, look, service, we operate on providing good customer service.
Okay, okay. Now, talking about your clients, are they just plastering contractors, or do you deal with construction companies? I mean, who are your customers really?
Some of them are, I wouldn't call them construction companies. They do office fit out. So, you know, we also deal with builders. I mean, we don't deal with massive big clients. We never wanted to. And anyway, the big guys go directly to the manufacturer anyway. So we prefer to have a lot of little or mid-range clients and spread it across, you know, and that's where we can provide the service, whereas CSR doesn't look after that. In saying that, we have got a couple of decent customers who stick with us because they like our service. They can't get it from other places. So, you know, a couple of them have only been around a couple of years, but yeah, so, yep.
Okay.
As I said, word of mouth.
I see.
And our location helps.
If we were to look at your 3 largest customers, roughly speaking, what percentage of the turnover would you say that they represent, each one of them?
Well, our largest customer actually is cash sales. So that's Joe Blow who walks off the street. So I wouldn't say a high percentage. I would say maybe not even 10%. Okay. I wonder what I did with that thing. I'd have to look. I'm not on there, but where would I get it from?
That's all right. We can go back to that via email afterwards if that's okay with you.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
You know, but yeah, no, it wouldn't. It's not like it's 50%. No, we're even close to that. You know, we've got a couple of decent customers that, you know, might spend, I don't know, between 50 and 100 a year, I suppose.
Okay.
You know, and you know, I'd have to look at the figures. I'm really going off the top of my head.
That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah. I did send them through to Walid, so he has actually got them.
Oh, good, perfect. So then I can liaise with Walid on that one.
Yeah, yeah.
Suppliers. First of all, are your suppliers local or are they overseas?
Local.
Local. Okay.
Yeah.
And what sort of trading terms do they offer you?
30 days.
30 days. And in turn, what trading terms do you offer your clients, other than cash sales, of course?
30 days.
30 days. Okay. And with your suppliers, again, I'm not sure if you sent this also to Walid, but do you have a breakdown as to which ones are the most important ones and what they account out of your total purchases?
I suppose we would, but I'd have to look at that. Yeah, we would, yeah, because plasterboard, of course, is our main one. Mm-hmm. So yeah, okay. Our bills roughly, yeah.
That's fine. Let's talk about marketing. Now, you mentioned that, first of all, your husband brought along with him a number of customers with whom he had an established relationship. And you said also that you've developed a really good word of mouth and that you've got a website. Other than that, how do you get the word out? I mean, are you engaged in any specific marketing endeavors?
No.
No. Okay.
Oh, you know, my husband's not tech savvy. Someone who had a good social media presence could probably really grow that business, but we've never wanted to.
Fair enough.
We're happy with what we do, just, you know.
Okay. Yep. So, fair enough. Systems and procedures. Are things systemized in the company, or is it that just kind of everybody sort of knows what to do?
Everyone sort of knows what to do.
Okay.
You know, in saying that, my husband runs the business. He mind you, you know, they'd have to get someone else definitely, because you'd need to replace him. So but then again, we go on holiday, but we always pick quiet times only because there's, minimal staff. And he's always at the end of the phone if they need a help. So yeah. And with systems, we use PlasterPack, which is a pretty basic system. It's not an accounting system. And I use QuickBooks, so I follow behind and do that. So whoever went in there would want to probably get one streamlined system and put that in place.
Okay. Tell me about competition. What's it like?
Competition.
I mean, is it a very competitive market? Like, are there lots of players out there?
Well, we're competing against CSR and Boral for a start, and this is where our prices might not match theirs, or might not be better than theirs, but we'd get pretty close, and we provide good service.
Okay.
Where someone can ring up and get something off us that day, they can try ringing CSR and they'd be lucky to get it 2 days later. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So we're definitely competitive. As I said, we might not be the cheapest, but we think we're the best.
Okay. Yeah, and obviously in the building industry where things are time sensitive, that does make a difference.
Oh, it can do. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's really good. Okay. Now let's talk a little bit about your premises. So first of all, are the premises rented or do you own them?
They're rented.
Okay. I assume you would have provided. I'm pretty sure you provided Wally with the lease agreement. Am I correct?
We have been there 13 years, and we were subleasing. Anyway, we have got a 12-month agreement because the guy that was renting it has been evicted, but we have got a 12-month agreement while the business owner tries to rent out the rest of the building. So we will have clarity on a new lease, I'd say, by December or January.
Okay. All right. That's good. Okay. Now, I've gotten here, you sent also staff structure and duties. Okay. Just a few questions just in here, just to fill in some of the blanks. First off, as far as ownership is concerned, so you said Chris only works in the business 2 days a week. Is that correct?
Or school holidays. Yeah.
Okay. How about you?
I go in and cover if I have to, if there's annual leave or sick leave, but I generally work from home.
Okay.
Sorry, my husband must be home. That's the dog.
All right. How about Mel? How many days a week and what hours does he work?
5. They all work 5 days a week, and they all take turns having early finishes. So, I mean, Mel's obviously worked a bit later today, but other days he can be home at 2 o'clock. Him and Andrew alternate every Saturday, and Nathan, because he plays sport on the weekend, works late every Friday. So they all do pretty similar.
Okay. Perfect.
And Chris sometimes will work till 4 o'clock on the days he's there if need be, or maybe not till 4, but he normally finishes around about lunchtime, but he can work an extra couple of hours.
Okay. So am I correct in saying that one single owner could theoretically substitute for both you and your husband? Or would you need 2 people or a person plus employing someone?
I think you'd need 2 people.
Okay.
Maybe one and a part-timer. Like, I don't work full-time in there.
Well, yeah, that's why I asked. I mean, sort of when you add up your hours and your husband's hours, I mean, does that amount to what, 50 hours a week, would you say?
Oh, more than that.
More than that. Okay.
Yeah. So I think you'd need 2.
Okay, that's fine. What is the reason for sale?
Retirement.
Retirement. Okay. What would you say have been the most rewarding aspects of owning the business?
Being your own boss. Like it is long hours, and as you know, any business owning it is challenging. It's a tie.
Sure.
but and the reward's financial too, because I mean it's a good business.
Okay.
You know, it's a profitable business.
Okay. Following settlement, are you happy to provide the 30 days of training to the purchaser?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Okay. And following those 30 days, would you consider staying on in the business in some sort of capacity?
I'll just get that. I don't know if you want to come and join this. Yeah. Sorry, no, I don't think so. We're too old. We want to retire and just be able to go fishing every day.
That's the dream.
Yeah. Oh, we're both in our 60s, you know.
Sure.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. Okay, now, looking back at it, let's do a quick SWOT analysis. First off, let's talk about the strengths of the business. Correct me if I'm wrong in here. What I'm seeing is that number one, you're a well-established business since you've been running since 2008, I believe you said, and it's been under the same ownership. So of course, you've obviously developed a strong brand, a strong goodwill, a strong reputation in the industry. You've also distinguished yourself from the competition in terms of your service point, which is an extremely important point for your clientele. You've also diversified your clientele in that you're not in the hands of any one single big customer, that if that customer were to leave, you know, the whole operation collapses onto itself.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No.
In addition, you've obviously developed a strong internal structure, even though it's only, you know, it's the two of you plus 3 staff members. Nevertheless, I mean, that seems to be quite efficient as far as the operations are concerned. What else would you say are strengths of the business? In other words, factors that you think would be attractive to a buyer? Aside from financials, of course.
Oh, well, I would have said financial.
As in, because the financials, obviously, they kind of speak for themselves. So, and that's something that we can analyze easily.
What would you say what do you reckon would attract a buyer to this business?
Profitable little business.
Yeah, you just said it's a profitable little business.
Okay. Good.
You know, we're in a good location. I mean,
location, yeah.
Yeah. Mind you, there's I don't know what else.
No competition in our area.
Yeah, there's no competition in our area.
Okay, that's important. That's important.
Yeah.
Okay. And you have established relationships with suppliers as well. Is that correct?
Yes. Yes.
Very good. All right, now let's talk about weaknesses. Obviously, we're exploring weaknesses from the point of view of things that the buyer can actually take advantage of and improve on, okay, if they choose to. One thing that you mentioned before is the fact that you're not currently engaged in any concerted marketing efforts. And I get it that that's a choice that you've made because, you've reached the point that you want to. Anything else that you think would be a weakness of the business?
Yeah, I can't think of anything.
That's fine. That's fine. We can work on that. Oh, by the way, we're almost close to the end.
Okay.
Opportunities. Now, let's pretend for a second that I buy this business, okay, and I really want to grow it, okay? What do you suggest I should do in order to get there?
You're going to have to renegotiate some prices with customers because the only way to grow this business is to obviously bring in new customers, and the first thing that they want is a better price than where they're buying from. Because we're a small fish in a big ocean, that's difficult. But we offer a very good service compared to some of their bigger customers.
That's what I said to him.
So
Yeah.
that's what gets us their business. So,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah. And at this stage in life, I'm not prepared to take the risk of signing up new customers because the risk is high in business with you know that. So that's why the last few years I haven't bothered. I've just been happy to cruise along the way we are, making a little profit, and the business is going well.
Perfect.
So just sort of what I said to you, there's opportunity to grow for someone who wants to get in there and take those opportunities.
Okay, sounds really good. Last question for you. Do you feel like in this interview, there are any areas that I've missed out? Anything that you want to bring to my attention?
Yeah, no, not that comes to mind.
Okay.
I think we've covered everything. I mean, obviously some questions might come up along the way that we don't even think of. As you know, as Mel said, we've been happy to just sit in there, plod along, but you know, there's definitely growth opportunities in the business if you want to be, well, you know, like get out there and market, as Mel said, get out there and find customers, be competitive on price, negotiate with your suppliers, and we've got our own suppliers. There's plenty of other suppliers out there that, you know, we occasionally go and get someone new. We get approached all the time from businesses, can we supply you this, can we supply that, you know, so there's those opportunities for a buyer to do that if they so called. It's just, as I said, it needs someone who's got a lot more energy than we have these days to get in there, and probably someone who's more, you know, tech savvy, can do the social marketing and get out there and grow it.
Got it.
And if they want to grow it, they'll probably have to get more staff, and you know, the capacity is there for more staff. Yeah.
Perfect. All right, look, I think that closes everything from my side. Okay. Thank you very much for your time. Look, I think that, like I said, we've got everything we need now, so we'll get started and we'll give you the first draft. If for whatever reason you feel like we've missed the mark, please tell me. I'm happy to rewrite it if need be. But I think that I've got a good understanding of what you guys are about.
Okay, cool.
All right, fantastic. Great. Thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.